No idea is original. There's nothing new under the sun. It's never what you do, but how it's done. What you base your happiness around. Material women and large paper. That means you inferior, not me. If niggas can look at.
So last episode we didn't have much conquering going on, but there was a lot of retribution. Right, there was a lot of retribution, and in the annals, you know, in the years to come, when we're looking back at Sergius first as his name, and these initial, you know, targets of his expansion, Talaria and Fianrosa, is going to be marred with, is definitely going to be tainted with the whole situation that his wife popped off on him. Right? So let's pick up where we actually left off at. So his wife, Chiefess Wanangwa of Android, you know, she started off their union started off a fruitful one. You know, Sergius came into the union with 2 kids already, Anatonia and Trajanus, and of course, you know, he cared for them, and we love for them. We love them a lot. They're our first 2 kids, but you know, when our wife, you know, Wanangwa, you know, when she got pregnant, and we got that prestige, you know, and let's actually just run the game. Right, no need to kind of like keep it, you know, paused up, because we actually need to get these troop totals up. Right now, yeah, you see it. We're at you know, 1285. We should have 2,218. So we definitely need to you know, let our master at arms, our marshal, get back to work. So let's unpause it, but let's actually you know, get back to, you know, everything that Sergius is kind of like going through right now, mentally and within the realm, and of course people within his burgeoning court, you know, within his brain, they're talking about this. You know, it's something that, yeah, you heard, like, Wanangwa actually cheated on him. And so last episode we actually got retribution on that, and I think it could have been handled a lot more ruthlessly, just being honest with you guys, because some of the stuff that the Romans did, yeah, you're talking about like some crazy stuff, you know. Something that would be dope is the opportunity to imprison somebody and parade them. You know, because they did stuff like that. So I was I forgot like what I was watching, but I think Julius Caesar, he actually I think he actually they had these parades and whatnot, and he actually was famous for having the rulers of the territories that he just conquered actually paraded, you know, and then he would kill them. Word. He'd parade them through the streets, and, you know, for everybody to see, like, bro, look at the king of Gaul, or you know, the queen of this, or it's just, the Romans were crazy. So maybe, you know, I would ask my boy Coalfire to maybe create a sub mod for this, where you could kind of like create parades and parade around your prisoners, kind of like. It would be kind of like a tweak of like the whole torture system. But you know, same thing, like an event window pops up or something like that. But yeah, I think that would be definitely cool. So Coldfire, if you're listening to this, bro, or I'm probably gonna, you know, DM you on Discord. But I think I got some more work for you to do, and we're gonna get this one. We're gonna get this one 100% like solid. Or so yeah, that's what I would love to have done to Solofo. But you know, murdering him was the only thing that we had available to us that really wouldn't affect our, you know, our status within the realm too much. But that leaves Chiefess Wanangwa. Now, I know last episode I used some harsh words towards her, like whore and, you know, pop off and shit like that word. But you know, maybe there was a reason why she stepped out on Sergius. You know, as of right now, she's got you know, she's got is that our opinion? Yeah, she's got a 61 opinion of us. She's just mad with us because she was fired from the council. So that combines to get us like a negative 20. So just mind you, so she was probably like at a positive 81, you know, before we fired her. And then we became drunkards because of the war. And then we're both ambitious. And then I think I'm selfish, or is she selfish? Yeah, I'm pretty sure that she's selfish. Word. Oh no, she's humble. Okay, so I'm selfish. All right. But she had we were on good terms, you know. So I'm not really sure if maybe the whole thing with Salofa was just a, maybe just a, how could you say, maybe just something like that was sexual. I've got no freaking clue. But we've dealt with Salofo, and now that kind of like makes me think about how we should deal with Wanangwa, because she's definitely word. Our opinion of her is that she's an unfaithful harlot, and that's not going to change until about like, what is that, 18 more years? Yeah. And she's an adulteress. But the whole unfaithful harlot opinion, yeah, that's negative 200. So we like Super Saiyan level 5 hater at this point, which is word. That's a tough opinion to have of her. So yeah, and well, now how will I have our kids? Or I wonder if there's an opportunity just to banish her. Nope, there's not a way to banish her. And if we divorce her, is that going to cost me any money? Her close relatives will still be insulted. If we imprison her, no one's going to be upset with us because, she acted dishonorably. So you know what? Yeah, I think even though it's a tough way to go, Sergius is we're gonna be known as, an egotistical, self-centered, legacy-driven potential emperor or founder of this Roman African empire. The guy who laid the roots. And we don't want to be nice guys. We don't want to be guys that are known for letting stuff slide. Or do you see? I caught myself. All right, little applause. I'm gonna get sound effects for the applause because I deserve that right there. Word. I think I've been good on the whole. Not cursing as much as I haven't. But yeah, we don't want to be known as like nice guys. Julius Caesar wasn't known as a nice guy. He was known as the guy who turned the month of July, who named the month of July after himself, or was he named after the month of July? I don't know. But what I do know is that he said, I don't like the way that we count our calendar, and I'm going to switch that whole stuff up. And he did it. So that's the kind of impact that we would like for Sergius to have. And yeah, you see that? That's amazing. We're already known as Sergius the Vengeful. Yeah. And we've got a lot of vengeance left to carry out. So we're going to go ahead and imprison her. Hopefully she doesn't escape our court. Yes. All right. Now Wanagua is now safely locked away in my dungeon, awaiting her fate. You know what? We're just going to keep her in there for right now. We'll actually place her on house arrest, because she doesn't have anybody as of right now that's going to even try to get her out. She has no family outside of us. And I hope, let me see if I've got a negative opinion with my kids because of her. No. And nobody, and I don't even think that our kids, the kids that we, had sex together and produced within Crusader Kings 2, I don't even think our kids are going to have a negative opinion of us, because the realm knows that she's an adulteress. Okay. So that's excellent. So we'll keep her in there. So we've dealt with retribution. We've settled scores on a couple of fronts. We've expanded our realm, and as of right now, we're in a kind of like a holding pattern, at least militarily, because this is interesting. Okay. So I'm not sure how or why, but we were supposed to only have about 2,210 troops, I'm pretty sure, just like a couple of minutes ago, and I just checked on. I just kind of like moved the cursor over the whole military area or army levies, and we've got 2,876. That I like that. That's pretty interesting. I wonder what happened. Maybe there we go. I completely get it. So what's happened is that because we're already the rulers of all of the tribes over there, and we haven't taken over. And what I mean is that when we took over Talaria, we took over all of the holdings. When we took over Fee and Rosa, we took over all of the holdings. So what I think happened is that there were two X's over here. I think one was for new administration, and the other one was like for like levy or something like that, or recently conquered. So I think we've lost the whole recently conquered modifier on Fianrosa, and that's what has gotten the levies potentially expanded to about 2,876 troops, which is great. So we're actually gonna, yeah, like I said, we're gonna kind of like just be in a holding pattern militarily, just because I really want to approach our next expedition with as many troops as possible. And I think we could, let me see, how many troops does Manabe has? Okay, yeah, we could probably take them out. Yeah. Yeah, we'll check this out real quick. But why potentially have any issues or have some coalitions? And that's what I'm really shook about, because I really think that we're going to end up having to deal with a coalition or two as we continue to expand. Or there's going to be some kind of like defensive pact. I think by that time it'll be too late, because whether it's Manabe or, let's check this out, or Antananarivo. Yeah, well, Antananarivo is pretty, yeah, we should be able to take this out pretty easily. Yeah. You know, I said that we were going to wait, right? But when you, yeah. Well, when it looks this easy, right? This is like tantalizing for Sergius right now. But we're going to be patient. We're going to be patient, and we're going to let things kind of like play themselves out a little bit, at least in terms of us getting our levies. More solidified, right? So we'll get back to kind of like the whole conquest side of things, but let's check this out. I can hear someone sneaking around inside, and I believed it to be a burglar. When I went downstairs, I discovered Antonina opening one of my letters. I'll teach her to be less nosy. So then we get the whole cruel trait, or she could use some practice reading. You know what? I'll just let her lose some prestige. It's okay. Because I don't want to get the cruel trait. Not yet. Because that's going to give us a whole negative opinion with everybody. Just like anybody. The courtier, the court jester, anybody. Alright, so let's check this out. I'm starting to think Tiske might fancy me. Nope, she's not my type. And I'll lose the 5 prestige because I don't want to get her pregnant. She doesn't do anything. She brings nothing to the table. Like literally nothing. Alright, so let's check this out. Alright, so I'm looking at Solofo, Chief Solofo. Yeah, he's down here in our capital, Android. And he has a negative 71 opinion of me. And that's because I've got a female heir. He's been fired from the council. He wants a seat on the council. You know what? I don't want the whole tyrant trait. Yeah, but I can't wait till these guys die, because I'm finally going to be able to give these chieftains, these chieftains, these tribes rather, to some Vizimban Romans. And these regular Vizimans that follow that whole religion that takes about a lot of effort on my part to pronounce its name, yeah, these guys just will never be on my side. As much as I'm kind of like a godlike character. Okay. Word. So let's actually, right, because we know that, right, our expansion within the whole potential kingdom of Madagascar, that's going right. But we've got to kind of like start looking at what's going on outside of this island, right? So just to the north of us, right, in between continental Africa and the de jure kingdom of Madagascar, we've got the Mozambique Channel. And let's check them out, because I'm pretty sure that they're going to be the next group of people that we probably set our sights on. And yeah, I think we just hit on something, right? You know, I've been thinking about, like, yeah, you know, we're not really using our chancellor too much. Let's actually see what our chancellor is currently doing. And hopefully this is okay, we don't have a chancellor. Okay, we don't have basically anybody. Wow. Okay, so we'll get back to the whole Mozambique Channel, and we have to, right? Because, you know, once we get, you know, at least another chiefdom, I think we'll be ready to kind of like expand. you know, but we've got to get some ships, and we've got to actually fix the we actually have to fix the government type, because the government type, or the succession, is actually an absolute cognatic gavel kind, and yeah, we've got to find a way to like, I don't want to council command it in, but yeah, I've been thinking about, like, maybe it should be an imperial government. Maybe I should just take what these guys use over here in Byzantine, right? Let's actually check that out real quick, because we're a noble pagan chieftain, and these guys over here, alright, well, not a Morian. We're not, well, but let's check them out. But yeah, they're an imperial government. So I think we can see a little bit more. Let's turn on the car info. Nope, that was not how you spell car info. So that was car infio. Okay, word. Okay, so this is a Roman imperial government. So let's actually check out what they're currently working with. So an imperial government differs from its feudal counterpart by placing a larger focus on urban areas and a centralized court whose influence deeply affects internal policies or politics. Counselors and commanders hold a varying degree of influence depending on their prestige and competence, which they can use to support or oppose the official heir to the empire. Alright, so they can hold a castle, city. Alright, so they can hold a whole bunch of stuff without penalties, which is good. They can hold tribal holdings without penalties, which is good. They can build castle. Okay, they can build a bunch of stuff. They cannot imprison subjects without special reasons. Okay, that's interesting. That must be the whole, you know, Rome had a senate and they had rights and stuff like that. They don't get opinion penalties with vassals of other government types. Okay. They can revoke titles from tribal government vassals of another religion without objection from other vassals. Okay. They can't create empires. Wow. They cannot usurp kingdoms or empires. Yeah. Other vassals will not object to vassal retraction. Okay. They can move their capital, yada, yada, yada. Tribal government vassals are not included in vassal limit calculation. Okay. So the interesting thing, or the scary thing is the whole ability to not usurp. They can't usurp kingdoms or empires. Which, I don't know how that makes sense. Like, they're Romans. Alright, or they can't create empires. So what would this be? Right? Yeah. I'm kind of lost. I'm pretty sure that my son should still be the heir to everything. Yeah, let's actually get back to where we're supposed to be. But I'm a little confused as to how everything would work within that government type. You know, I think I might just kind of like console command that in and play that offline, you know, just to kind of like see exactly, you know, how that would affect us playing as Sergius. But yeah, interesting. But it's out there, you know. Instead of this whole, hey, what should we play as, I think there's an actual blueprint as to how we should be playing with Sergius. And yeah, maybe you guys, give me your feedback. Let me know how you guys actually, do you guys think we should continue with this current government type, which is a tribal government, right? Or should we go with the whole imperial government because it is Roman, right? All right, but yeah, you guys have fun and get back to me on that shit. But let's check this out. A farmer told me how his boar had managed to break into his neighbor's hoggery, and the result was 7 small piglets. Now his neighbor demanded compensation he can't afford, and they need to tell me what to do. And they need me to tell them what to do. Okay, give the neighbor 4 of the piglets. Keep 1 piglet each. The rest belong to me. You know what? keep 1 piglet each, the rest belong to me. There you go, because we need the gold. And again, Sergius is self-centered. Yeah, I think we have the selfish trait. He's also kind of like a drunkard, which hopefully that doesn't kill him anytime soon. And talking about killing, let's actually go and check out the intrigue. Okay, we don't have anybody that's trying to kill us as of right now, which is awesome. And yeah, guys, I think this is where we're gonna leave it off at. All right, well, yeah, I definitely think this is where we're gonna leave it off at, because I don't even want to read this because it looks depressing. And you guys know, whenever you get this whole depressed or stressed stuff, yeah, it actually really can kill your character. So that's kind of like stressing me out. But yeah, this is where we're gonna leave it off at. Thank you guys so much for checking in, and as always, you guys be safe, play a little bit of CK2, do something positive, and I'm out of here. Take it easy. Peace. Bye.